Next topic is change of coordinate matrix. Here we will see that how can a coordinate vector relative to one basis can be changed into a coordinate vector relative to the other. Now if suppose beta and beta dash are two ordered bases for a finite dimensional vector space and Q is equal to the matrix IV corresponding to beta dash beta, then this Q is invertible, and for any vector V, the coordinate vector of V relative to beta is Q times coordinate vector of V relative to beta dash. This matrix Q is called the change of coordinate matrix, and this Q changes from beta dash coordinates into beta coordinates. So if suppose beta is equal to x1, x2, xn and beta dash is equal to x1 dash, x2 dash till xn dash, then xj dash is equal to summation I equal to 1 to n qij into xi for j equal to 1 to n. That is, the jth column of Q is xj dash, the coordinate vector of xj dash with respect to beta. For example, if suppose your beta is equal to 1 1, 1 minus 1 and beta dash is equal to 2 4 and 3 1, then we can write 2 4 in terms of beta. So 2 4 is equal to 3 times 1 1 minus 1 into 1 comma minus 1, and second vector 3 1 is equal to 2 into 1 1 plus 1 into 1 minus 1. Now we get Q as coefficients of this. So Q is equal to 3 minus 1 and 2 1 written column wise. If we want to write 2 4 with respect to beta, that is equal to Q into 2 4 with respect to beta dash by the previous theorem. So Q into 2 4 with respect to beta dash is 1 0, which is equal to 3 into minus 1. Now next theorem, if T is a linear operator on a finite dimensional vector space V, so it's a linear operator means T is from V to V, and beta dash are two ordered bases for V. So suppose that Q is the change of coordinate matrix that changes beta dash coordinates into beta coordinates. Then the matrix corresponding to linear operator T with respect to beta dash, this T beta dash is equal to Q inverse T beta into Q. Using that theorem, now see, if we have a linear operator T on R2 defined as T of AB is 3A minus B and A plus 3B, and let beta and beta dash are two ordered bases as we took in example 1. So now we find the corresponding matrix of T with respect to beta, that will come out to be 3 minus 1, 1 and 3. And we saw there that Q was equal to this matrix 3 minus 1, 2, 1. Now calculate Q inverse. Now you can calculate this matrix T with respect to beta dash, that will be equal to Q inverse T with respect to beta into Q, that will come out to be 4, 1 minus 2 and 2. Next example. Now we have to find the reflection mapping T about line y equal to 2x. So basically we want to find T of AB when you are taking reflection mapping about y equal to 2x. In general, about x-axis the reflection mapping was xy goes to x comma minus y. Now take these 2 points 1 comma 2 and minus 2 comma 1. See in this diagram that T of 1 comma 2 lies on this line y equal to 2x. So T of 1 comma 2 will be 1 comma 2, and T of minus 2 comma 1, when you are taking reflection about y equal to 2x, it will be minus of minus 2 comma 1. So we have T of 1 2 is 1 2 and T of minus 2 comma 1 is minus of minus 2 comma 1, which is 2 comma minus 1. So if suppose we are taking beta dash as 1 comma 2 and minus 2 comma 1, then these two are linearly independent members of R2. So this will form an ordered basis of R2. So T matrix corresponding to beta dash will be equal to 1 0 and 0 minus 1. Now let beta be the standard basis of R2 and let Q be the matrix that changes beta dash into beta coordinates. So we can find Q now, and we know that Q inverse T beta Q is equal to T beta dash. So we can calculate T beta using this equation. So we already have Q, find Q inverse, and now it's just a matter of verification that T beta is equal to this matrix 1 by 5 minus 3, 4, 4 and 3. Now since beta is ordered basis, then we can find T, that is T of AB is this matrix T beta into A comma AB, and you can simplify this as 1 by 5 into minus 3A plus 4B and 4A plus 3B. Next corollary, that if A is any n cross n matrix over F and gamma is the ordered basis for Fn, then the matrix corresponding to LA is Q inverse AQ. So in this example, you have a matrix A, gamma, we take an ordered basis of R3, Q be the 3 cross 3 matrix whose jth column is the jth vector of gamma. So we take Q as this, find Q inverse. Using the previous corollary, we get the matrix corresponding to LA as Q inverse AQ. You have Q, Q inverse and A, multiply that, you will get this matrix. Last definition, that any two matrix A and B are similar, we can write B as Q inverse AQ, where Q is any invertible matrix. So if we have a linear operator T on a finite dimensional vector space V, and if beta and beta dash are any ordered basis for V, then T beta dash is similar to the matrix corresponding to B, that is any matrix of linear transformation T with respect to any basis will be similar. So this matrix T beta will be similar to matrix T beta dash. Thank you for watching this video.